It's the first of 3 one-day internationals between West Indies women and Sri Lanka women. These matches are to be followed by 3 T20 internationals. West Indies women won the toss and asked Sri Lanka to bat first, and they made 240 for 6 of their 50 overs. And after 15.2 overs, West Indies, in reply, are 50 for 3, with Stafanie Taylor, who is on strike, on 10 not out, and with her, Chinelle Henry. So this is Ramharack to bowl to Taylor, and Taylor drives wide off, mid-off, running out towards the boundary, and it gets there now for 4, which will push the score up to 54 for 3. Henry is on 1, Taylor is on 14. Hello everyone, welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you very much for being here, and I look forward to your interaction as we go through this 50 over match between West Indies and Sri Lanka women. Taylor, she's on strike. Ramharack bowls to her. She's a left-arm orthodox spinner. She comes round the wicket, bowls to Taylor, who played us down to the fielder at mid-off, and they will get a single. So Chinelle Henry comes into strike now. She's on 1, coming off a very successful women high PL, double PL. Very successful. Ramharack comes in, bowls to Henry, and then we hit this in the air. She's out caught out. Yes, she juggled it, but she's out caught at mid-off. Wow, she did not get the elevation. She did not get the placement. And West Indies in a real spot of bother now at 55 for 4 at the end of over number 16. Henry, who averages 16 in one-day international for the West Indies, she's gone for 1. Looking to get the elevation, good captaincy. They could have pushed back the mid-off that Henry has came to the crease, but they did not do that. They kept the mid-off in and said, go over the top. They're forcing her to find the gap. And the captain, Atapatu, taking the catch at mid-off. Chinelle Henry goes for 1. West Indies 55 for 4 at the end of over number 16. So West Indies 55 for 4 after 16 overs. Really need a very good partnership now from these two. Stafanie Taylor, the veteran, is there. Looking to see who is joining her at the crease. The batswoman is out, but not getting any images at this time. There's an advertisement running, not getting any images at this time. So West Indies really in a spot of bother here now. So we're back live, 55 for 4. Why am I getting so many problems now? It's just buffering. So Taylor is joined by Dottin. So Dottin and Taylor are at the crease, 2 of West Indies veteran players, 2 players who have won the World Cup for West Indies. So Chinelle there not getting the elevation that she was seeking. Shamari Atapatu, she juggled the catch at mid-off, but then she held on to it. So Taylor is on strike. She is the big hope for the West Indies here. Nimasha, left-arm orthodox spinner, comes into her. She covers up, played it back down the middle of the pitch. The bowler fielding her follow through, and there is no run. 55 for 4. Taylor is on 15 from 23. Dottin is yet to face. We are in over number 16.6, over number 17. She comes in, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor eases this one through the covers. It running out towards the boundary. The fielder gave chase. She dived and she flicked it back. And the return comes in and they stayed on 2. We saw a similar incident early on when Taylor plays a shot down to the boundary and there was some misfield on the boundary and they came back for 3. It almost resulted in a run out. But then she just made it by diving. And when you see Taylor diving, you're worried because you know her injury issues. But that was a very good looking shot by Taylor. She moves up now to 17. The West Indies score goes up now to 57. Bowls to Taylor and she's on the front foot again, just playing it in the gap. Mid-off has to come to her left, and by the time she gets to the ball, they were able to go through for a single. So 18 is Taylor, 58 for 4 West Indies. Remind you that the target is 241. They made 240 for 6. No West Indies bowler got more than 2 wickets. The captain got 2, and Ramharack got 2 also. So Dottin is taking guard now to face their first delivery. Let's see what will happen here. First delivery for Dottin. She's taking guard. As left arm orthodox spinner, she comes in now, bowls to Dottin deep in her crease, force it through mid-on. The fielder has to move to her right, this big burly fielder, and 1 more to the total. Dottin is off the mark and running. 18 for Stafanie Taylor, who comes in to strike. West Indies 59 for 4. So Taylor seconds now. She's going to move in. Looks up now as Nemasha comes into her, slip in place, full toss. She drives, steer this away through the covers, work again for backward point. She picks up. Will they come back for 2? I'll wait and see. Yes, they are back for 2. Comfortable. Taylor is on 20. It's 61 for 4. 61 for 4 after 17 overs with Stafanie Taylor on 20 and Deandra Dottin on 1. West Indies need 261 to win. Are they taking the drinks break? Yes, it looks like it's time for the drinks break. I thought that they would take the drinks break at the fall of Henry wicket because there was a fielder that was injured. But it looks like now is the official drinks break. Breadfruit is saying, oh, it's on YouTube, boss. So what you do, you just split the screen, mute their commentary, align it with mine, and synchronize it with mine, and you'll get good commentary. So mute their commentary. And furthermore, one of the reasons why I'm doing this, not the only reason, but one of the reasons why I'm doing the live watch along, although it's on YouTube, there are persons outside of the West Indies, and I don't think it has been shown outside of the West Indies on YouTube. You know, so I'm doing this for my fans outside of the West Indies, you know. And also another reason why I'm doing it is that the Indians and the Sri Lankans, they took over the chat on West Indies channel. So West Indian fans can come here and express themselves. Well, yes, this commentary is not behind the paywall. It's a woman match. Don't usually put women match behind the paywall at this time. Maybe if the match get nice and coming down towards the end, it will go behind the paywall. But right now, it is not behind the paywall. So West Indies 61 for 4 after 17. Greetings, Banana Brooks. How you doing, man? Did you enjoy those games on Wednesday? Those 10-a-side cricket, some powerful hitting took place on Wednesday, Banana Brooks. Yes, man, it was very interesting. Okay, so yes, yes. Oh, it's not available in your, well, that's what I was saying. Yeah, not available. Yes. So thank you for pointing it out, Banana Brooks. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Shirley, how you doing? I really appreciate you. I can't get much in English. Oh, okay. So I'm really thank you that you could join in. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Shirley. Much love. One love to you, Shirley. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. So thank you very much. So West Indies lost their four wickets. You know, Hayley Matthews pull across the line of one. Qiana Joseph tap one to mid off. Sure, Shemaine Campbell looking to turn one into the onside, got out caught on the offside, and then Chinelle Henry looking to go over the top and was unable to clear mid off, and she too was out caught at mid off. Despite Atapatu juggling the catch, she was out caught at mid off. Well, when I look at this West Indies playing 11, I can't complain. I think it's a strong 11. You know, it's probably the strongest 11 we have. I don't see anybody who I could say, yes, deserves to be in 11. Person would probably say Realeanna Grimmond, but Realeanna Grimmond hasn't made her age since the start of the year. You know, so do you really want to pick her? She has not made her age since the start of the year. 17 overs have been bowled. West Indies 6-1 for 4. We are about to get started. There's a backward pointer cover, extra cover, and a mid-off. Then there's a mid-on and a mid-wicket. So let's see now. Dottin is to face strike. She's dangerous. Ranawira is going to come in now. The left-arm orthodox spinner bowls to Dottin, who comes forward and blocked it where forward short leg would have been, and there is no run. I must tell you that there's a slip. There's a slip in place also for Dottin. So I'm waiting again to see that broad picture of the screen. But the last time we saw it, there were 4 on the offside, apart from the slip. So the left-arm orthodox spinner comes in, round the wicket, bowls to Dottin, up and over backward point. She jumps because she thought that the cover could have made a better effort. They run towards the boundary, and they came back for 2. So 2 more to the West Indies total. 63 for 4 after over number 70, after 17.2 overs. Taylor is on 20. Deandra Dottin is on 3. So I remember that they're yet to tell me why did Dottin said her record will never be broken. She facing now, this is cricket. There's a slip in place. Ranawira comes in over the wicket, bowls to Dottin. She eased it to that fielder at mid-off, who has to move to her left. They go through for a quick single. I'm happy to see Stafanie Taylor moving so smoothly. I'm absolutely happy to see that. So there's a short fine leg and there's a mid-on. So 64 for 4. Taylor is on 20. Dottin is on 4. Dottin is on 4. Here's Ranawira, comes in, bowls to Taylor. She's forward. She just eased the ball out to the fielder at cover, and there is no run. So there's a slip, there's a backward point, there's a cover, and a mid-off. Here is Ranawira, the left-arm orthodox spinner, 2 for 16. From her 4.4 overs, she bowls to Taylor, and Taylor blocks it again out to cover. The fielder feels underarm the return to the bowler. In women cricket, they get through their overs very quickly. Let's watch now as Taylor is about to face up to the left-arm orthodox spinner, Ranawira. She's bowling round the wicket, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor turned this into the onside. There's a fielder at mid-wicket. The ball went straight to her, and there's no run, and they are running to change end very quickly here. Yes. No, it wasn't 66 was the top score. I think was Amarita. I think it was it was Pereira made 61. She's the opener, but then Amarita I think made 66. Yes, so yeah, yes. 66 I think. It's in the video description, and I had placed it in the video description, so you can check it out to be sure that the 2 top scorer are in the video description. So just go to the video description, just click just below the video, you'll see the video description, and you just click on it and you will see it. Because I did place it there. But I think it was Pereira made 61 and Ashita Samarawickrama made 66. So, yeah, so Samarawickrama made 66. And she always played good against the West Indies. For one reason or the other, she always played good against the West Indies. Yes. No bowler took more than 2 wickets. Matthews took 2, Ramharack took 2, and Dottin, she took 1 along with Aaliyah, Alleyne. So those were the bowlers for the West Indies that did the damage. 6 wickets they lost. Yes. So we are back live now. Kavisha comes into the attack, bowls to Dottin, who ease it down to mid-off. The bowler dives across, got a hand to it. The batsman cannot score. 64 for 4. This is the 5th delivery in this 19th over. 19th over. 64 for 4. As Kavisha comes in, bowls to Dottin, and Dottin forward. She turns it into mid-wicket. Right off the field at mid-wicket, the big burly number 2, which allows them to get a single and push the score up now to 65 for 4. Taylor is on 20. She comes into strike. Dottin is on 5. The required run rate keep climbing all the time. It's now 5.65. We're going to watch Kavisha. She's going to come over the wicket. She's a right-arm off-spinner. She's in bowls or is leg spin, full toss, driven to the field at extra cover. Taylor should have done better there. 19 overs have been bowled. Taylor should have done better there. She hit it straight to the fielder at cover. It was a full toss. She should have capitalized. As Banana Brooks had said, the match is not being shown. It's not available in the UK. So I really appreciate you being here. So tune into the Cricket Forum. But it's on YouTube, West Indies channel. And those of you who are watching, you can just do a split screen on your TV so you can watch both. You can listen to my commentary while you are watching the match. Just do your split screen. Oh, no. Oh, we have only last 4 wickets. For us, we have only last 4 wickets. Taylor is on 20. Dottin is on 5. I think Matthews made 20. But we have only last 4 wickets and 65 for 4. So let's watch now. As Ranawira comes in round the wicket, bowls to Dottin. She was winding up and then she just blocked it to long on and goes through for a single. The field has to come off the boundary and she picks it up just where the edge of the circle is at mid-on and they go through for a single. So 1 more to the total. She was definitely winding up there just now. 66 for 4, Taylor, and 20 comes into strike. I have a feeling that I've been saying Taylor is on 20 for a very long time, but the important thing that she stayed there. Once she's there, once these 2 are there, I think West Indies will win. So Weira comes in, bowls to Taylor, and she drives, cannot beat the fielder at cover point. Again, there is no run. She was onto the front foot and she was driving, nice, pleasant, bending of the knee. Taylor with the number 7 in her back. She's going to face up to Ranawira, the left-arm orthodox spinner from Sri Lanka. There's a slip in place. She comes in. Round the wicket, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor edged past that slip and it's running away down towards the third man boundary. Short third man is giving chase and she catch up to it now and sends the return in. Again, Taylor not getting a boundary. She have played so many shots that have gone straight to the boundary, although that time was a lucky shot. The good thing about it, she went hard at the delivery. And by going hard at it, it beat the fielder at first slip and it goes down towards third man and they came back for 2. So 2 more to the total. So 68 for 4. 68 for 4 West Indies. Taylor is on 22. And I think that's the top score for the West Indies thus far. There's a slip in place. This one down the leg side. She looks to sweep. The keeper went down, failed to collect, and they go through for, I'll wait on the signal of the umpire. Will it be a run? It looks to be a run. It came off the bat. There's no signal from her. Taylor moves up to 23. The score moves up to 69 for 4. What is happening here is that once those persons who are showing the match realize that I'm doing the watch along, they really stop showing the field. So I cannot get to tell you what the field. As Dottin swings and miss one outside the off stump and it goes through to the keeper and there is no run. So 69 for 4. I remember that before I started the watch along, they were showing you where the fielders were and so on. So once I start the watch along, they realize that I'm doing the watch along. Somebody like, because you have some persons who is working in Cricket West Indies do from their actions, and I say it here right now, and I can back it up from their actions, especially those in the media landscape. They don't like Jamaicans. They don't like Jamaicans. They don't think that Jamaica is a part of the Caribbean. Yes, but I won't get any more into it. But there are some of them working at Cricket West Indies who do not think that Jamaica is a part of the Caribbean. And they don't realize that without Jamaica, the cost of living in their country will be higher. Yes, without Jamaica, the cost of living in their country will be higher. And they don't like Jamaica. And as soon as I start the watch along, they stop showing the field. So I cannot tell the viewers what the field is like. But Kavisha comes in, bowls to Taylor, who works this away, wide of the mid-wicket field, like she runs towards square leg, and they get a single. She moves up to 24, West Indies, 70 for 4. Dottin, who's on 6, she comes into strike, 20.2 overs. Yes, there are some of them that don't like Jamaicans. Jamor Smalls, big up, man. How you doing? Respect to you, Jamor Smalls. You know that you have some persons in the West Indies media in their communication department, as Kavisha comes in, bowls to Dottin, and she comes forward and she squeezes the ball down to the field at backwards square leg, who moves to her left, picked up underarm it to mid wicket, and who underarm it to the bowler, and there is no run. 70 for 4. As Kavisha comes in, bowls the leg break to Dottin. Dottin stand up straight and drives it down towards long on, and the fielder sends the return in. 71 for 4 after 20.4. Even when they're putting out a simple thing like a media release, they leave off Jamaica time off it. Some of them, not all of them, some of them leave off Jamaica time on it, off it. So they will put, say, the Caribbean, like even this one this morning, and you can look at Cricket West Indies website, and I think you'll see it. They state that the match will start 9:30 this morning. No, the match coming up on Monday. Yeah, there was a release. So the match coming up on Monday, he state that Randy Howard is his name. Randy Howard. He was the one who wrote the article this morning, Randy Howard. And he does it all the time. He doesn't include the time that it will start in Jamaica. He always write the Caribbean time, like Jamaica is not a part of the Caribbean. Randy Howard. Yes, that's his name, Randy Howard. I don't need to explain it. I already said it, and you can go and tell him Randy Howard is his name. I never say all of them. So if you do not fall in that category, you just accept that you don't fall in that category. But some of them who are working at Cricket West Indies, and I'm not going to go over it again. A lot of them who are working at Cricket West Indies don't appreciate Jamaica. Is that one you're asking about? Or are you asking about, I'm saying that without Jamaica, the cost of living would be higher in other Caribbean countries? Ask your primary school teacher, no, man, because that is something you learn from primary school. I can't go over that, man. $72 for 4. Taylor is off the back foot, stroke it down to long on for another easy single. The score goes up to 73 for 4. As Taylor ticked over to 26, Dottin and 7 comes into strike. So if it's the one I'm talking about, some persons don't like to include Jamaica in the Caribbean. Look at every post on Cricket West Indies website made by Randy Howard and see if he includes Jamaica in it. Look at them, go through them and see if he does. And also, if you're asking about the one about the cost of living, talk to your primary school teacher about that, General. Yeah, that's something where you learn at primary school. That's something that is straightforward. As Dottin hit this one up and over the top, down to the boundary for 4. She moves up to 11. 77 for 4. So check it out, my general. 77 for 4 now. Taylor is on 26. Dottin is on 11. So I'm not surprised that as soon as I started the watch along, they probably said to the producer, stop span the entire field, because Brown is now doing a watch along. So don't span the entire field anymore. Here is Atapatu. She's into the attack. Balls to Dottin, and Dottin cuts. She cannot beat cover point. There is no run. The score remains at 77 for 4. So there's a slip, there's a backward, and the slip is now moved to sharp third man. So they are moving out the slip now to sharp third man. So there's 5 in a ring on the offside from sharp third man to mid-off. Chamari Atapatu, the captain of Sri Lanka, she comes in now, round the wicket. She bowls to Taylor, Dottin, who swept this away down backward of square leg. The fielder comes around, picked up, sends the return in, and they come back for 2. 2 more to the total, 13 for Dottin. Yes, sir, I'm saying that ask your primary school teacher, Robert Gilbert. That's something you learn at primary school, man. Check it out. Did you think West Indies bowlers lost their grip on the game in the latter stages, said Banana Brooks? You know, Banana Brooks, originally the match was not being shown, you know, and I don't think so, because there were 100 for 2, you know. I don't really think so, because 100 for 2 after 30 overs, with 8 wickets in and batswomen set, you can always push it on. So 80 for 4 at the end of over number 22. 80 for 4 at the end of over number 22. Dottin, she's on 14. Taylor is on 26. Kavisha to continue the attack. She has bowled 2 overs, none for 4. 2 overs, none for 4. Yes, sir. Now the right arm leg spinner bowls to Dottin, who's on the front foot, stroke it back down the pitch. The bowler half stopped it. She has to run behind her, past the umpire to pick it up, but she prevented any run. 80 for 4 now. Watch Kavisha. She comes in now to bowl to Dottin. She's in. Bowls to Dottin, and Dottin hit this high in the air. Let's see where it is going. She's caught. So Dottin goes for 14 from 21. West Indies really in trouble now at 80 for 5. Wow. Atapatu is it again at long on, coming in from long on, that took a comfortable catch. And West Indies really, really in trouble now. And this is more than likely our strongest team. Yeah, this is our strongest team. You could argue the case for Realeanna Grimmond, but it should not make much of a difference. She hasn't scored a EH since here. $80 for 5. So the new batswoman is Glasgow. The match is being played at St. George's in Grenada. Glasgow is the new batswoman. She has been batting well. She has not been getting any big scores, but she has been playing some cameos, some entertaining knocks, not really big scores. Get some 40s and some 30s and getting them quickly. Hopefully today she can give us a big score. Jannillea Glasgow, you know, at the World Cup, at the Under-19 World Cup in 23? she opened the bowling for the West Indies. But she knows more see herself as a batter more than a bowler. So Kavisha, the right arm leg spinner, is going to bowl to the left-handed Jannillea Glasgow, who's just stayed in her crease and steered it to backward point, no run, 80 for 5 after 22.3 overs. So Dottin, again, West Indies batswoman not getting under the ball to clear the field. And Chamara Atapatu, edge, pass, first slip, going down to the boundary. The fielder is giving chase. Will she catch up to it? Yes, she flicked it back. And then she have to come back and pick it up. Surely we should come back for 3. No, they stay on 2. 82 for 5. And I was saying Dottin again, another West Indies batswoman not really getting underneath the ball. You know, she looks to clear their field, but was unable to get underneath it. And as a result, she picked out Chamari Atapatu coming off the boundary. So, losing her 5th wicket. So, good work by the fielder there. They're just checking it, but she was safe. There are 2 slips now as she comes in both to Glasgow, and Glasgow cuts, but straight to the fielder at point, and there is no run. The score is 82 for 5. 1 to come in over number 23. Taylor is on 26. Glasgow is on 2. Round the wicket comes Kavisha Bowes, a full delivery to Glasgow, but she cannot beat the ball as she moves nimbly towards her left in where a mid-on region and field, and there is no run. End of 23. 82 for 5. I think Matthews made a half century, but Dottin really struggled in this year WPL. Matthews, yeah, she made 1 half century. I think in the match, as Stafanie Taylor pulls this down toward back with a square leg, the fielder comes around, picks up, sends a return in 1 more to the total. 83 for 5. Chinelle Henry was a bright spark. She really did well in this year's CPL, WPL, but Dottin did struggle. Matthews, you would say that her performance this year was average. You would say Matthews was a 6, Henry was probably a 8, and Dottin was probably a 4, 3, 4, if you're rating them out of 10. As Glasgow came on the front foot there and drive, and the ball comes off the keeper's gloves and hit the stump, but there's no damage done. Let's watch now as Atapatu comes in, bowls to Glasgow, and she was there beating the flight, and then she just decided to block it. She just stand on the crease and blocked it. She's looking to wind up here. I'm getting the impression. Atapatu, the wily veteran, she comes in, bowls, and again she just stayed in her crease quite still, and she played it to mid-on, forcible so, but there's no run. As Atapatu now is going to come round the wicket to bowl to the left-handed Jannillea Glasgow, and she defends, she blocks it, you know, she just blocks it. Just standing in her crease. I think she's not picking Glasgow, she's not going forward, she's not going backward, she just blocking Atapatu. So let's watch and see what Glasgow will do. Atapatu comes in now, bowl to her again, she just blocked it. She's not getting the area she wants, she's not getting the line or the length she wants, as the Sri Lankan buzz around between the overs. End of 24, 83 for 5. Taylor on 27. Glasgow is on 2 from 9. So Glasgow looking to play some big shots here, but she's not getting the length or the line that she wants, and she's just standing in the crease and just blocking it. If you look at her he would probably say she cannot bat. Any more decent batters after this? What we have seen is that Shawnisha Hector, I think that's her name, Glasgow, Hector, and Alleyne are really in the same category. They will give you some explosive innings, but they have not given you the big innings. They have not given you the 70 and the 80 and so on, but they give you some explosive 30, 40. Here and there, they will give you an half century, but Glasgow, Hector, and Alleyne. A year or two ago, I used to think that Alleyne is the next Chinelle Henry, but I don't think that she has developed as I would like. But a year or two ago, I used to say that she's the next Chinelle Henry. But while Chinelle Henry has improved, especially in T20 cricket, Alleyne have not made that step forward. But we have capable. If I'm to rate them out of 10, the batswomen left to come, I would give both of them a 6. So they are not rabbit with the bat, but they have not delivered those big scores in the past. But they are not rabbit. But they are capable of winning matches. As Taylor swept this away down towards fine leg. Finally, Taylor hit a boundary. There's so many deliveries, so many shots she played, and they have not been very close to the boundary, but finally she got a boundary. So she moves up to 31 with that sweep shot as Kavisha straight on her leg, and she swept it away down to fine leg for 4. So 4 more to Taylor, pushing her up now to 31. West Indies 87 for 5. 87 for 5. So we can still win from here, especially should Taylor stay there and really anchor these swashbuckling players who are left to come. Glasgow is one of them. And you can see she just standing in her crease and waiting for the ball in her zone. And Atapatu in the previous over was not giving it to her. Taylor comes on the front foot and squeezes it to backward point, and there is no run. And after Fletcher, yes, after Fletcher, we hit away a few balls. Would you call her a batter? No. 4 out of 10, I would give her probably 3. Here is Kavisha. She's over the wicket. Bowls to Taylor, who's on the front foot, strokes it to mid-wicket. There's no run. The score remains at 87 for 5. 1 to coming over number 24. So here is Kavisha. If there's a way that they could show this match without I watching it, they would have done so. Kavisha comes in, bowls to Taylor. Taylor got a full toss. She eased it down to the fielder coming in from long off. 1 more to her. The return came in at the keeper's end. The score goes up by 1. Taylor will keep the strike. She's on 32, 88 for 5. Remind you that West Indies need to get 241 to win this match. Stephen Russell, big up yourself. Mohammed Iqbal, as the T20 format rule, West Indies long game now. So Atapatu is going to start over number 26. And she will bowl to Stafanie Taylor. Over the wicket, bowls to Taylor off the back foot. She cuts it to backward point, no run. That was a nice flowing back foot cut shot by Stafanie Taylor, but it went straight to backward point, and there's no run. You would have loved to see that find the gap, but she failed to do so just now. The required run rate has gone over 6. It's 6.16. Atapatu round the wicket. The right arm off spinner comes in, bowls to Taylor onto her front foot. Ease it down to long on for another run. She moves up to 33. Glasgow comes into strike. She's on 2 from 9 deliveries. 89 for 5 after 25.2. Are they trying to give Glasgow the strike. They're spreading the field far and wide. So finally, so there's 4 on the offside in the circle. Comes in, bolster, edge, pass, slip, pass the keeper, pass first slip, who dive to her right. The ball goes into the boundary. Lovely for West Indies, 4 more runs, 93 for 5. She wasn't in control, but it is effective on the scoreboard as it goes up to 93 for 5. And she is now on 6. So Atapatu round the wicket to the left-hander. She gave herself room. She cuts it. The keeper cannot take those catch. First slip, dive to her right. Cannot get her hand onto it. It goes into the boundary for 4. Here is Atapatu round the wicket again. Bowls to Glasgow, and Glasgow blocked it. Blocked it into the onside, but mid-wicket comes in quickly, and there is no run. So 93 for 5. 2 to come in this over. Atapatu round the wicket, bowls to Glasgow, Glasgow forward, blocks it into the offside. There are 4 fielders in the ring on the offside, plus the first slip. So there's 5 on the offside, 3 on the onside boundary, backward square leg, deep mid-wicket and a long on, and then you have a mid-wicket bowled, and she cuts it, but cannot beat backward point to field. End of the over. Glasgow is on 6, Taylor is on 33. West Indies 93 for 5 in reply to 240 made by Sri Lanka. So Kavisha to continue. She's going to bowl now to Taylor. Right arm leg spin over the wicket. Bowls to Taylor, and Taylor is forward, and she just simply turn it into the onside. She just came on her front foot and just used her wrist to guide it away from the fielder. And they go through for a single. She moves up to 34. Glasgow comes into strike. 94 for 5 now. There's a slip in place. Some adjustment being made in the field. They have 2 slips in place for her. I'm just trying to. So there are 2 slips, backward point cover, extra cover, long off, long on, deep mid-wicket, and deep backward square leg. So no fielder on the onside to save the single. Kavish around the wicket, bowls to Glasgow, and Glasgow covers up and played it down the offside of the pitch to the bowler who field, and there is no run. So it's a 6-3 field here. 2 slips, backward point cover, extra cover, a mid-off, deepish, long on, deep mid-wicket, and a deep backward square leg. Outside the half stumps, and she cuts it into the gap down to the boundary for 4. Atapatu will be livid with the bowler. 98 for 5 though, West Indies. Glasgow moves up to 10. Was short, back of a length, and she just cut it. It was a long up, begging to be hit, and then pushing out one of the fielder onto the boundary. See the bowler pointing towards the boundary, like to say, one stay out there. So Glasgow is looking. 98 for 5. I cannot tell you the fielder. If I know the fielder, I will tell you. She's round the wicket. There are 2 slips in place though, and she blocks this one from the crease to the field at cover. And again, there is no run. 98 for 5. 2 to come in this over number 27. It's been bowled by Kavisha. 4.4 overs, 1 for 16. She's round the wicket, bowls to Glasgow off the back foot. She cuts, misses through to the keeper, and there is no run. 98 for 5. Taylor on 34. Glasgow on 10. Kavisha. So there's a long on, deep mid-wicket, and a deep backward square leg. Round the wicket now, comes into Glasgow. She's off the back foot. She cuts it between both slips for 4. She edged it between both slips down to the boundary for 4. She was looking to cut. It came off the edge and flew between both slips. And Atapatu just stand there, and she just stared down the the feelers because she's wondering what happened here. West Indies 100 is up. That's what is happening at upper 2. Our 100 is up. 102 for 5 with Glasgow on 14, Taylor on 34 at the end of 27. Big up yourself, Stephen Russell. Yeah, man. I always said it, Stephen Russell. I'm a lover of West Indies cricket. I have no favorite player. I don't like any player. I'm a lover of West Indies cricket. This is a West Indies fan channel, So anybody expect that I will to come and it's a fan channel. It's not a it's not a mainstream media. It's a fan channel. So good afternoon, Gully side. Big up yourself, man. Happy to have you here. Enough love, one love, respect to you. 102 for 5. Vihan to bowl now. This is her 6th over. Very stout in body. She comes in, bowls to the veteran Taylor, who plays it down the outside of the pitch. Vayanga field, and there is no run. So Vayanga, the big burly Vayanga, she's not as big as the Rock, but she comes in, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews caught in 2 minds there. First, she was looking to leave it, and then she decided to try and cuts it, and she was beat, and it goes through to the keeper. She remains on 34, 102 for 5. We're on over number 28. Round the wicket, bowls to Taylor, and she's solid in defense. She blocks it down the half side of the pitch. The keeper came from behind the stump, picks up. We are still in mid-half would have been, and she tossed it to the extra cover, who relayed to the bowler. She's coming round the wicket. That's Vayanga, 1 for 16 from her 6.3 overs. She's bowling to the West Indies veteran Stafanie Taylor. She's round the wicket now. Bowls to Taylor off the back foot, turn it into the onside. Down towards back with a square leg, the field that came off the boundary. 1 more to the total. Taylor moves up to 35, 103 for 5. Glasgow on 14 will come into strike. West Indies need a further 138 runs to win from 134 delivers. So Vayanga, she comes in now round the wicket to bowl to the left-handed Glasgow. There's a slip in place. Glasgow again flirted outside the half stump. Stifled appeal. The keeper collects. Only the bowler appeals there. Gonna watch now as Glasgow secors. Vayanga is gonna come round the wicket to the left-hander. The West Indies left-hander. She's up off the back foot. She cuts and the keeper dropped the ball out of her gloves. We don't know if it got a hedge. We don't see any reaction from the Sri Lankan fielder like it got a edge. But the important thing is that the ball dropped and no damage done. So Taylor is on 35. With her is Glasgow is on 14 from 20 deliveries. Taylor 35 is from 51 deliveries. West Indies 103 for 5 after 28. Needing a further 138 to win from 132. So Kavisha comes in, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor just ease that ball down to mid-off. There is no run. She remains on 35. Kavisha comes in now, bowls to Taylor, and Taylor drives to the mid-wicket. No run. Straight to the field at mid-wicket, and there is no run. There are a few spectators there. Gather that can count at this time 3, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13. After back foot goes Taylor as she plays that down to long on. It was the googly. She read it well right out of the middle of the bat as it turns into her. She moves up to 36. Glasgow on 14 comes into strike. 105 for 4. 28.3 have been completed. Remind you that the target is 241. Kavisha, 1 for 21 from her 5.3. The right arm leg spinner. She tosses the ball from hand to hand. She's going to bowl to Jannillea Glasgow, the left-handed West Indies batswoman. She's on 14 from 20 deliveries. There was 3 fours included. 2 slips in place. Round the wicket, bowls to her. She cuts away. Down towards the field on the cover boundary, who comes in, picks up, and they go through for a single 105 for 5 with 2 to come in this over number 29. Tail on 45 comes back into strike. So there are some other persons in blue shirts, probably from a St. Lucian club. They have their bags. They don't look like the support staff to me. So if you add those 16 to these 4, that's 20. Kavisha bowls to tail and she drives down towards long off for another single. You know, I think I'm going to stop to do this watch along, because I think if I stop do the watch along, those of you who are watching the match would get a better perspective of the match, because I think that because I'm doing the watch along, the producer is trying his very best not to present the best picture, because he do not want me to describe it as best as I can. Kavisha bowls to Glasgow, play the ball, down back the pitch. The bowler failed to pick up, and they go through for 1 more. So Taylor is on 37, comes into strike. Glasgow is on 16. 107 for 5. Yes, so that's what, 22 there we're looking at. 22 we're looking at now. So end of over number 29. So you see it? So they can stay, man. What a mindset these people have. What a mindset they have, eh? What a mindset. You can imagine the mindset that these people have? Just a minute. That one swept away by Taylor down to the backward square leg region. 1 more to the West Indies total. End of over number 30. West Indies 109 for 5. 241 is the target. 30 overs have been bowled. Stafanie Taylor is on 38. With her, Jannillea Glasgow, she is on 17. 209. So still to bat is Alleyne, Hector, Fletcher, and Ramharack. So those are the batsmen still to come. As long as Taylor remains there, West Indies has a good chance, said Joseph Isaac. Banana Brook said, yes, feels like West Indies need a century from Taylor. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. I think that we need a century from her. I think so. Australia is out, not West Indies. Well, this is women cricket. Gully side, we really usually concentrate on the women because when we're talking the man cricket, we don't talk about the women. So when we're doing a women watch along, we don't really talk about the. Mr. Brown, if you stop, I will lose big time, said Shirley Samuels. They're not showing they're not showing it because they don't want me to do a proper watch along. This is how these guys stay. They were showing it much better, even when Sri Lanka were batting. They were showing it much better. You could do a better watch along. You could describe the feel better and do things. But as soon as they pick up and realize that I'm doing a watch along, they don't want to, and they don't realize that there are persons in the USA, in Canada, in England who are not able to see the YouTube feed. There are persons who are visually impaired, who depends on watch along. There are so many persons who tell me all the while, Mr. Brown, without the watch along, we don't know what we'd have done, because we're not seeing the cricket, So I trust you're hearing me loud and clear. West Indies, South Africa. Oh, yeah. So we are not going to go down there. We are not going to go down there at all. This is men cricket. Not going to go down there at all. So let's watch now as Taylor moves up to 39. She's on strike. Glasgow is on 18. I lost my rhythm there for a little while, but I hope I'm getting it back now. So I lost my rhythm. So back in the rhythm now is Nimisha in her fourth over, comes in down the pitch. Taylor drives in the air straight. The fielder comes across, picked up, only a single. One more to the total. So the women are playing, so it's the women time now. So we give the women their due credit. Some of you want to put in the men cricket into the women cricket because you need to join the conversation on Patreon. Become a member of the Cricket Forum fan club on Patreon and join the conversation when the men are playing. She comes in, bowls to Glasgow, and she hits it hard. She doesn't move. 4 runs. That's her hero. That's where she wants it. And she dealt with that full-blooded drive through mid-off down to the long-off boundary for 4. The fielder dive, but more in hope than anything else, as it crashes past her down to the boundary for 4. That's Glasgow. That's where she wants it. That's where she loves it. Lovely shot by Glasgow. Oh, she just dived in up. They brought in these boundaries a long way, though, Here is Nimisha. She comes in, both to Glasgow, drives down to the field at mid-off, and they go through for a single on the drive. No, they didn't run. Taylor sent her back. 116 for 5. Taylor is on 40. Glasgow is on 32. 116 for 5 at the end of the over. 116 for 5 at the end of the over. So 116 for 5 at the end of the over. Need to big up man like Gerald Music, who sponsored the live stream, the watch along, who sponsored the watch along for the World Cup. So big up Gerald Music. And also don't forget the Cricket Forum store. There's a link in the video description that you can click for and go to the Cricket Forum store. Click the link in the video description and it take you to our Amazon storefront. So check out the Cricket Forum store on Amazon. You get a lot of cricket gears, men and women fashion, household items, general stuff. You get them there. Oh, what a lovely shot by Stafanie Taylor. As Vahanga coming around the wicket and Taylor used her feet. She saw Taylor coming and she threw it wide of her. And the veteran just reach out and caresses it between mid-off and extra cover down to the long-off boundary for 4. Lovely shot by Stafanie Taylor. She moves up to 44. West Indies 120 for 5. That's a beauty from Stafanie Taylor. Lovely shot there, Stafanie Taylor. Here now is Vianga comes in now. Round the wicket. She bowls to Taylor. She's in. Bowl to Taylor off the back foot. Turn it into the onside. Beat the mid wicket. They go for 1, but the fielder coming off the boundary will collect the ball and she underarm it to the mid wicket who was running back, who will now throw it to the bowler. 1 more to Taylor. She moves up to 45. West Indies 121 for 5. 121 for 5, West Indies. Let's watch now. Glasgow comes into strike. She's on 22. She's on 22. 121 for 5. 120 more needed. The run rate continues to climb. So that's another 5, 10, 15, 25, 27, 29, 31. That's another 31 person as Viana bowls to Glasgow, who come forward and blocks it into the onside. They got a singer. It came off the inner portion of the bat. 122 now for 5. West Indies continue to tick over the score here. Good going by the West Indies at this stage. These two have put on a nice partnership. I would love to know the partnership, you know. At what stage did these two came together? Let's watch though as Vianga comes in, bowls to the right and the Taylor. Off the back foot, she bottom edge it into the pitch and bunks to the keeper. The score remains at 122 for 5. West Indies now looking to put together a little partnership. They need to up the run rate a little here now because the gap between runs and ball is now extended just a little though. Down the leg side, she swept. Loud appeal. Not out. Wide gonna signal now. She must signal a wide. If she hasn't given it, it said it came off her hip. That's why she's not giving a wide. Wow. As Taylor looks to sweep and the keeper appeal. Did the umpire got sold there? I never saw it came off anything. Viara, the right arm off spinner, bowls to Taylor. Taylor cautiously ease it down to long off for 1 more. She moves up to 46. Glasgow is on 23, but Taylor will keep the strike because it was a final delivery of the over. It wasn't a full-blooded off drive. You know, she just came forward and just ease it down to long off. She just make sure it was a check off drive down to long off for a singer. So 50 of the 50 overs of Sri Lanka, they made 240 for 6, 12 extras. 2 wickets for Matthews, 2 for Ramharack. Those were the outstanding West Indies bowlers. I think Alleyne got 1, and was it Fletcher that got 1? But the West Indies bowlers, Ramharack got 2 and Matthews got 2. I can tell you that. Yeah, let's go West Indies. Definitely, let's go. So, is it the drinks break? No. So, Atapatu in her 4th over, none for 14. 43 runs off 58 ball is the partnership. As Taylor just goes down on her legs and just padded it down towards fine leg. She called her through for 1. The field has to give chase. Will they come back for 2? No, they stay on 1. Glasgow. So it was wide signal. So they get 2 from that. So Glasgow will comes into strike. She's on 23. Half the score of Taylor, who's on 46. West Indies 125 for 5. Just about 6.5 runs per over required from here, which is gettable. 125 for 5. Glasgow is on 23. Atapatu round the wicket, down the leg side. Wide will be signal again. So keep going, Atapatu. We love this from you. Definitely. Wide will be signal again. 126 now. 126 it is for 5. Matthews, Qiana Joseph, Deandra Dottin, Chinelle Henry, Shemaine Campbelle. They are all gone. West Indies have rear guard action here. These two have added 44 runs thus far. They came together with the score on 84 for 5. Comes in. 82 for 5 as she's off the back foot. And she hit it down towards the fielder on the cover boundary. That's Glasgow. She will move up to 1. So they have now added 45 runs. So they came together with the score at 82 for 5. And I've added 45 runs thus far. Taylor is on 20. Taylor is on 46. Glasgow is on 24. 127 for 5. Atapatu in her 4th over. None for 18 from 3.2. She's over the wicket, bowls to Taylor, who goes deep in her crease, work it away down towards a short fine leg. Good work by the keeper, prevented any run. The score remained at 127 for 5 after 32.3. 114 required from 105 deliveries. So we need to keep that close. Once we keep it close and get it down to under 10 overs, say 65 from 10, we should be able to get it. Atapatu tosses up that one to Taylor, and Taylor plays it to mid-wicket. No run. Probably should have used her feet, but they have to allow the veteran to do her thing. Yes, allow the veteran. She is on strike. She comes in now. Bowls to the veteran, Taylor. Down the pitch, and she drives. Oh, there's a long off back, and it goes to the long off fielder. One more to the total. The score goes up by 1. So it's 128 now for 5. 128 for 5. I appreciate everyone who was tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up button. Glasgow, the left-hander, comes into strike. Atapatu round the wicket, bowls to Glasgow. She's off the back foot. She forced it away down to that fielder coming off the cover boundary for another singer. The score goes up by 1 to 129 for 5. West Indies looking to chase down 240. End of over number 3. 129 for 5 after 43. 129 for 5 after over number 43. Matthews went for 13. Joseph went for 13. Campbelle for 12. Henry for 1. Dottin for 14. Glasgow is not out on 25. Taylor is not out on 47. Glasgow faced 34 deliveries. Taylor have faced 67. West Indies 129 for 5 after 33. After back foot goes Glasgow and slapped it away down to the field on the cover boundary. They got a single. One more to the total. It goes up by 1 to 130 now for 5. For a moment there, I thought that it was going to be 4. But she just slapped it down towards that field on the cover boundary. So Taylor, as the umpire, just flexing his arm, just trying to stay in tune and keep her concentration. Viara around the wicket, bowls to Taylor, who cannot beat backward point as she looks to cut the ball away. The fielder feel that backward point, and there is no run. Yes, we're going to fight to the end gully side. That's the 50th partnership between those two. Taylor eases this into the onside, beat the dive of the field at mid-wicket down to the fielder coming off the long on boundary, who's on the arm it on the bounce to Viara, who is on her 10th and final over, 1 for 28 after 9.3. She opened the bowling. She's a burly right-arm off-spinner, plus size. So let's watch Viara. She bowls to the left-handed Glasgow. There's a slip in place. Bowl to Glasgow, who's off the back foot, misses the cut shot. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. 131 for 5, West Indies. Need another 110 runs to win. So that gap continued to go wide. It's now 12. As Viara bowls to Glasgow, and she just blocked it from the crease. Back to Vianga, and there is no run. So Vianga, she just blocked it back to her. 131 for 5, West Indies. We're on over number 34 as Vianga comes in now. Bowls to Glasgow, and Glasgow give herself room. Vianga followed her. She blocked it down the inside of the pitch, and there is no run. 34 completed. 131 for 5, West Indies. Taylor is on 48. Glasgow on 26. 34 completed. So they're having a drinks break here. Okay, so they're having a drinks break. Another drinks break. Which they deserve, right?
Doing crazy dreaming. You're the reason why. Hiding by the baby. Losing my mind. Don't try to save me. I feel alive. My world is faster and faster. The tears and the laughter. I'm here for the ride. Yes, yes, I'm an emotional mess. Yes, but you wouldn't want me any less. Yes, 'cause you know how wild it could get. To love an emotional I'm in a trance, spinning out of control. Don't know what this dance is, but at least I'm not dancing alone. All kinds of crazy. You heard what I said. I blame you, lover. I'm out of my head. Some days my fear has me frozen. I'm brave and I'm broken. My soul is wide open. Yes, yes, I'm an emotional mess. Yes, but you wouldn't want me any less. Yes, 'cause you know how wild it could get. To love an emotional mess.
Well, I'm an emotional man. And this could get very wild down towards the end. Because Hector, Alleyne, Glasgow, they can really put bat to ball, you know. Although the thing is that Glasgow is Glasgow is very clear in her mind, in her approach. She's standing as still as possible, and she's waiting for the ball to be in her arc. And once it's in her arc, I'm telling you, it's going to go. She's going to go with it. But they know her because this is international cricket, so they are not giving her the room. They are not giving her the width, but they know her. But I'm telling you, once it is in her arc, she's going to go with it, and she's going to carry it far. They have brought in the rope a long way here, as you can see. Beautiful Caribbean Sea, Atlantic Ocean. So Vianga's completed her 10 overs, 1 for 28 from her 10 overs. After 34 overs, West Indies won 31 for 5. Taylor is on 48, tying yet another half century in West Indies colours. Glasgow is on 26. Yes, so it's going to be very interesting. You know that we have a lot of confidence that once Taylor remains there, then the West Indies have a very good chance of winning this match. So let's see what happened here now. Taylor, she's going to be on strike. She's on 48. Malky, who's going to bowl her fifth over, 1 for 22. She's going to come back into the action. West Indies need 110 to win from 96 deliveries. So the right arm seamer that opened the bowling is going to come back into the action. And I can tell you that there's a short third man, there's a backward point, there's a sweep on the cover boundary, there's an extra cover on the mid-off. She bowls to Taylor, and she steered it into the gap between the extra cover and the backward point. The extra cover has to move to her left. And by doing so, Taylor and Glasgow got the opportunity to go through for a single. The score goes up to 132 for 5 now. Taylor is on 49. Glasgow is on 26, who rather the pace than the spin. So it's going to be interesting. Yes, she rather the pace bowling than the spin bowling. So let's see what she will do here now. She's on 26 from 38 deliveries. She retook her guard. She rests. She relaxes. Malky, the right arm seamer. Round the wicket, bowls to Glasgow. Turn this into the onside, down towards long on for another run. Ticking it over nicely here, the West Indies batters. The score goes up by 1 to 133 for 5. So 133 for 5. Taylor now on 49 comes into strike. Let's watch. She's on 49. Malky to bowl to Taylor. 49 from 70 delivery. The right arm seamer. She moves in now. She's over the wicket to bowl to Taylor. She's in, bowl to Taylor, and she covers up and played it back down the half side of the pitch. The bowler fielding her follow through, and there is no run. So the score remains at 133 for 5. Taylor averaging 41.70 in one-day international cricket. And imagine she has been, in a poor run of form. That average was over 51s. Here is Malky. She comes in, bowls to Taylor. Taylor down the pitch, and she slapped this away. Down to mid-off, and there's no run. Oh, she was looking for it there, and Malky saw her coming and pull it down back of her length and throw it wide of her, and she just didn't reach it. So Taylor 133 for 5. West Indies 133 for 5. Taylor is on 49. I heard the Minister of Sports say that they are building a stadium in honor of Taylor. Comes in, bowls to her, she drives down to long on. That's her half century. 50 more for Taylor. They're going to stand and clap her. She will just raise her bat. She won't bother to worry much about that. She just raise it to the West Indies fans and the West Indies dressing room. She's on 50 from 73. She punched fists with Glasgow. A lot of work left to be done. Taylor 50 from 73 deliveries. Wow. This is her 42nd 15 ODI? Something like that? Wow, very interesting. Yes, I heard the Minister of Sports say that she's going to build, that they are building a mini stadium in honor of Stafanie Taylor. 134 for 5. Glasgow is on 27. Malky round the wicket. Bowls to Glasgow off the back foot. She looked to give herself room. The ball comes between her body and the stump and goes through to the keeper. End of over number 35. West Indies 134 for 5 at the end of 35. With Taylor is on exactly 50. And with her on 27 is Jannillea Glasgow. So West Indies needing another 107 to win from 90 deliveries, 15 overs. So the gap is widening all the time. But that gap, I think sooner or later, the West Indies batswoman would have to make a conscious effort to get that gap down. So it's now 17. It's the gap between the number of balls remaining and the runs needed is 17. So new bowler into the attack, Nila. Nila is I think is a right-arm fast bowler. This is her 55th match for Sri Lanka, but she's not generally a bowler. She's a part-timer. So they're trying something with her. She comes in, bowls to Taylor over the top, just over the top. Luckily for her, it was in the gap. So I think it is foot down now for the West Indians. Definitely think it's a foot down now, as that one was just in the gap. Wow, as she looks to go over the top, but it was just in the gap. They got a singer. So as we watch now, as Glasgow now seconds. Here is Nilka over the wicket, bowls to Glasgow off the back foot. She cuts it, can't beat backward point. Oh, she cut that powerfully. She cuts that powerfully, but was unable to beat backward point. She remains on 27. Taylor is on 51. She really cut that one powerfully just now, but was unable to beat backward point. She seconds as Nilka. Nila is over the wicket, bowls to her. Glasgow, and she swings at that one, beat the cover. It will run out towards the boundary for 4. Powerful shot from Jannillea Glasgow. In her heart, she threw the hands at it. It never came right out of the screw, but importantly, it beat cover and it went down to the boundary for 4 more. She moves up now to 31. West Indies now move to 139 for 5. As that one goes into the boundary for 4. Good shot by Glasgow. Nila again, the part-time seamer. This is her 55th match, and I think she has only gotten 4 wickets, so she's not much of a threat. She's coming around the wicket. Bowls to Glasgow, and Glasgow beat outside the half stump through to the keeper, and there's no run. She's on 31. Taylor on 51. 139 for 5. 16 fours thus far in the West Indies innings. We have not yet hit a 6. Nila none for 5 from her 4 deliveries. Think they're just trying to change it up. So she has a short third man, a backward point to cover, a mid-off. Then she has a sweep on the backward point boundary. And then she has a wide extra cover deep on the boundary also. Bowl to Glasgow. And Glasgow drives to mid-off, coming in from the edge of the circle. Did they go through for a single? No. Good movement by the fielder. They are coming in off the edge of the circle. The score remains at 139 for 5. 1 to go in Nila first over. 5 runs she has conceded thus far. Glasgow seconds in her crease now as Nila begins to move into her. She's round the wicket to Glasgow. She comes in. And Glasgow swings this hard through the gap down to that field, that wide extra cover on the boundary. The 140 now for 5 West Indies need. 101 to win from 14 overs. And the gap goes up by 1 more again. The gap, no, it remains at 17. They got 6 from the over. So the gap remained at 17. Would have loved to see it come down, but at least it hasn't gone up. So they have used 7 bowlers thus far. The Sri Lankan, West Indies, lost their 5th wicket at 80. So these 2 have added 60 thus far. So good going by these 2. They came together with West Indies at 80 for 5. And they have added 60 so far. Good partnership. It's a long time we haven't seen a partnership of this magnitude without Hayley Matthews at the crease. So good going, ladies. Has it? But no. Am I wrong? So Malky comes and bowls to Glasgow, and Glasgow drives straight to the field. That cover, no run. She used her feet. There's clear intention on the path of the West Indies batsmen now to get going with this. As she came forward and she drove it powerfully to the field, that cover. Malky is the right-arm seamer who start the bowling. I think she got the wicket off the big burly left-hander. Let's watch now as she's 1 for 25 from 5.1 outside the half stump. She steered it away. Tumbling stopped by the fielder at backward point. Taylor comes through. It's a direct hit. They're going to check it, but I think she made it quite safely. But they will check it. They will check it. 140. So there, it was a direct hit. But I'm confident that Taylor had made it. But you know the reaction of the fielders these days are going to make it looks like the batswoman have not made it. There was earlier in the West Indies innings when when the ball came off the inside edge onto the pad of Taylor and it dropped short of slip. And the keeper stood there and watched the ball drop short of slip and she still appeal. You know, she still appeal. Good work by the fielder at backward point. The return comes in. There's a direct hit. She's in trouble, you know. She made it comfortable. She made it comfortable for a moment there, you know, for a moment there. Yeah, for a moment there. Karen Lewis said, hey, it's a new song. Please have a cheers. Oh, new song. Down in the West Indies. Todd Lewis, have a listen. Come on, ladies. Run, said Stephen Russell. Ken Wright Lewis, down in the West Indies. No, I can't play that song, you know, down in the West Indies. That's copyright. You know, the songs that I have to play are not copyright. I have to play songs that are clean and are copyright free. You know? 142 for 5, West Indies. 99 needed now from 83. So that gap is 16. So that gap is 16. So Taylor is on strike. So they're just making some adjustment in the field. So I can tell you, short third man, backward point, extra cover mid-off, and a sweep on the cover boundary. Malky bowls to Taylor, and she swings this away down backward of square like the fielder comes across, blocked it. Only a single. Clear intent from the West Indies batswoman now. Clear, clear, clear as day. 143 for 5. Glasgow comes into strike. Is that a kookaroo bat she's using? Wow. Nice, nice. Good to see that. Good to see her. There's really good effort. The return comes in. Direct hit. Really good effort from the field at backward point. But Taylor was always comfortable home. 143 for 5 years now. Malky, she's round the wicket to Glasgow. She's in balls to Glasgow, and Glasgow steer this away straight to short third man who misfield. That's Vianga, and they come through for a single, well run. As soon as she misfield, Taylor call her through. Good backing up there from Stafanie Taylor. She's on 52. West Indies 144 for 5. 97 needed now. 97 needed. Oh, she was backing up a far way, you know. We're going to watch as Malky comes into Taylor, and Taylor hit this down towards long on and the bounce. The fielder stopped it. That's Atapatu, Chamari Atapatu, one more to the total. Clearing 10 from the West Indies batswoman now. We are in for a ride for these last 13.3 overs. Good match. Good match here. We're in for a ride. As we're going to watch now as Malky making some adjustment to the field. She's going to bowl to Glasgow, the left-hander. And she's bowling round the wicket to the left-hander with a short third man and a short fine leg. She comes in down the leg side. She looked to turn it on the onside. Came off the leading edge against Stafanie Taylor. Call her through. Are they watching at Stafanie Taylor? I got the impression that Taylor might be backing up too far, you know. Leg by signal. 53 Taylor comes into strike. Glasgow on 44. I'm sure they're going to have a look, you know. They're going to have a look and say, oh, she's so far down the pitch. Let's watch this. Oh, it's tight. It's tight. It's tight on her backing up, you know. It's tight on her backing up. Let's watch now. Malky comes in, bowls to Taylor. She's in. Taylor hit this high in the air. She made it. It gone a long way on the first 6 of the West Indies innings, taking her up to 59 over long on. That would be in a 6, even if they had pushed back the rope right back, as that was in the slot. And Stafanie Taylor duly obliged by hitting it over long on for 6. She moves up to 59 and she held on to her knee. Oh, Lord. This is what we don't want to see. She's holding on to her knee. Wow, the effort to hit that 6 had jarred something in her knee, and the physio, she's running out. This is not what we want to see, man. Wow. The effort to hit that 6 have jarred something in the knee. And she was batting so well. sheer class, sheer timing. They are coming back off the field, so let's see. I hope that she's okay. Definitely hope that she's okay, you know. She's flexing that knee. That knee's not right. Whoa. She's not moving freely. She's trying to flex it out, but she's just not moving freely. Wow. 89 needed from 78 deliveries. Wow. That's not a good sign. She's stretching. Whoa, that means she's out again for the series, you know. She's out again for the rest of the series. Glasgow now. Kavishka comes into the attack, balls to Glasgow off the back foot, stroke it through the offside and the field. I would have loved to see how Stafanie Taylor went through there, but the producer not in tune with what's happening. It's like the producer not in tune that what West Indies fans really want to see there just now, you know, is how Stafanie Taylor was moving. That's what West Indies cricket fans really wanted to see then. But instead, he followed the ball as usual. You have to know how to adapt, man. Kavishka round the wicket outside the half stump. Taylor cuts and miss. No run. The score remains at 153 for 5. She remains on 59. Glasgow on 35. These two have added 73 runs now. They came together with the score on 80 for 5. So good partnership between these two. Kavishka round the wicket, balls to Taylor. She pulls. And you can't tell anything from that as she practically drag walk. And the fielder tried to put a little pressure on her by sending in the return hard at the non-striker's end. But she got home. She moves up to 60. 154 for 5. 87 needed from 75 deliveries. So we have brought it down from 17 to 12, the gap, the difference. Kavishka round the wicket, balls to Glasgow. She slapped this hard. The fielder misfield and it goes into the boundary for 4. Wow, she slapped that very hard by Jannillea Glasgow. 39 she is now, 158 for 5. She really slapped that hard. She off the back foot and she slapped it. It was straight to the fielder though, but it was powerfully hit and it went right through her down to the extra cover boundary for 4. It's a powerful shot. 158 for 5. Taylor is on 60. Glasgow is on 39 from 51. She's scoring much faster than Taylor. So there are 3 behind point on the offside. Balls down the leg side. Oh, it goes to short fine leg. Taylor not moving freely. But they will get the overthrow. She will come back for another one. They're going to shy again at the stump. It hit the bat. She's in trouble. Stafanie Taylor is in trouble. Glasgow is calling to the dressing room, said, come. Oh, Lord. She's down on her back. And she's holding her elbow. And she's writhing in pain. Oh, my Lord. 160 for 5. The physio is out again. This is not good. Not very good at all. So the overthrow, although ICC says no longer overthrow, and the return came in and hit her flush on the elbow. Oh, my Lord. She's trying her best to get injured, is she? No, sir. Never give up. West Indies, Gully side saying 646. Come on. Yeah, so never give up, West Indies, you know. I laughed there. I remember the late legendary Wilmot Mutty Perkins talk show host in Jamaica. One of the very best to have a talk show in Jamaica. Yesterday, a friend of mine was saying that he once heard Mutty Perkins say that if you see an old lady fall down, you have to have it in you. You have to have the humor in you to laugh, even though you are going to help the old lady. But you have to have the humor in you to laugh. You can't be too serious for everything. You have to have that side of you. So just now, as I saw the ball came in and hit Stafanie Taylor on her elbow, I just have to laugh, you know, because it just looked like she's just always, something is just always happening to her. And the laugh is not in a bad sense. It's just the humor of it, you know. I really don't want her to get hurt. Not as first as a human being, and secondly, she's important to West Indies winning this match. And if West Indies win this match, it will be all good for all of us. So we definitely don't want her to get hurt. She's struggling. She's definitely struggling. Because in hitting that 6, as I said, she apparently jarred something in the knee. She's up on her feet now. And she seemed to be okay. Let's hope she's okay. 3 substitutes out there. That Jahzara, Claxton, that's Realeanna, Grimmond, and that's Ashmini Munisar. You know, so who is the 4th substitute we are not seeing? Because 3 of them are out there. Ashmini Munisar, Jahzara, Claxton, Realeanna, Grimmond. Who's the next person in the squad? We are not seeing that person. Probably you don't need all 4 of them to be out there, though. But it's nice to see 3 of them out there. I'm trying to figure if... So the squad, trying to figure out who's that 4th person we are not seeing. Who's the other person in the squad? Oh, it's the youngster, Sulina Shah, the reserve wicket keeper from Trinidad. Oh, sorry. My apology. I was all... It's something that I try not to do. And I try not to call the name of player, the country of players. To try always. Stephen Russell, have a good one, man. Nice to have you here. So we're about to get some action. So 81 needed from 73 deliveries. So we have got that down now to 8. The difference is just 8. The difference between the number of deliveries remaining and the runs remaining is just 8. Can West Indies get to victory here? So Stafanie Taylor is up. Hope she's okay, because we need some more big shots from her. 160 for 5. Taylor is on 60. Glasgow is on 39. So Glasgow is going to face, though. Kavisha is the bowler. The right-arm leg spinner. Final delivery of over number 7. Of her 7th over. Oh, it's over number 38. It's Kavisha's 7th over. She has taken 1 for 30 thus far. She's a right-arm leg spinner googly bowler. I even see she has slipped in a few half break too. She comes in now. She bowls to Glasgow, and Glasgow dug out a Yorker back to the bowler and end of over number 38. At the end of over number 38, West Indies looking to get 241 to win. They are 160 for 5 with Stafanie Taylor on 60, Jannillea Glasgow on 39. These two have added 80 runs thus far for the 6th wicket. They came together when Deandra Dottin was out for 14 with the score on 80. And since then, these two have added 80 runs. So Taylor is going to take strike now. She's on 60. 60 and Glasgow is on 39. 81 needed to win from 72 deliveries. The gap is 9. Is that 9? Yeah. The gap is 9. So we have brought that down nicely. Ramharack, the left arm orthodox spinner, who have bowled well down the leg side, swept away by Taylor down to backward square leg. The fielder comes across, and as she stopped it, it doesn't look so. So 4 more runs to the West Indies total. Good shot again by Stafanie Taylor. Just sweeping that away down backward of square leg for 4 more. West Indies now 164. 164 for 5. She came across but just could not get there. So Ramharack 2 for 24 from her 6.1 over. She really backed down the West Indies batswoman in the middle there. She's a left-arm orthodox spinner who is over the wicket, bowls to Taylor. Taylor deep in her crease and work it down to long on. She's struggling. She's definitely struggling. Atapatu came in, picked up one hand and sent the return into the bowler. One more 65 for her. 165 for 5 West Indies. Glasgow on 39. Ramharack, 2 for 25 from her 6.2 overs. So Sri Lanka just under a little bit of pressure right now. Just under a little bit of pressure at this stage. Let's watch. She comes in now. She's going to bowl to her. She's round the wicket. She comes in, bowls to the left-handed Glasgow off down the leg side. She was on the back foot looking to whip it through the hand side, but wide signal as the ball went down the leg side. One more to the West Indies total. All runs are welcome. 166. 166 for 5. So these two. So Mohamed Iqbal, from the last time you were here, we have lost no wicket. 166 for 5. Glasgow look to drive inside edge. Fine leg comes around. One more. 67 for 5. The return by. It wasn't an inside edge. It was a keeper fault. West Indies now. 167 for 5. These two have added 87 runs thus far. Stafanie Taylor. She faces up to the left arm orthodox spinner, Ramharack, and she looks to sweep. I think it's a wide. I don't think she made contact. They go through for a run. So this could be too wide. Let's see. No. Oh, they never. Oh, I thought they go through for the singer. They never went through for the singer. Let's watch now as Taylor seconds in her crease. Ramharack changed around the wicket, bowls to Taylor. She uses her feet. The bowler followed her. She inside out, down towards deep mid wicket. They come through for one more. The score goes up to 1. 168 for 5. The bowler followed her. She had to open up her body and just ease the ball. A lot of risk in that shot as it goes down towards deep mid wicket for a singer. Taylor moves up to 66. 168 for 5. Ramharack comes round the wicket, bowls to the left-handed Glasgow, hit it powerfully. Down to long off for one more. 169 for 5 now as she moves up to 40, and she will keep the strike. End of over number 39. West Indies looking to get 241 to win. They need a further 72 from 66 deliveries. They are 169 for 5 with Stafanie Taylor and 66 not out. Glasgow and 40. These two have added 89 runs for the 6th wicket thus far. Deandra Dottin went with the score on 80 for 5. Holding out to long on. Atapatu coming in off the long on boundary, taking a simple catch. And Dottin went for 14 with the score on 80 for 5. And West Indies supporters feared the worst then. But since then, these two have added 89. They have started slowly, but they're gradually building momentum. One time the required run rate was, the difference between runs needed and ball was all up to 17, but it have came down now to 6 as Glasgow rocks back on her back foot but cannot beat backward point as Atapatu comes back into the attack to bowl her 5th over. None for 20 from 4.4. She's bowling round the wicket. She has a short third man. She has a backward point. She has a cover. She has a mid wicket. She comes in. Round the wicket to Glasgow. Turn this away to the field at short fine leg. Stafanie Taylor comes through quickly. They appeal again, but I think she beats it once more. But they're going to check. So let's wait on them to check on it. But I'm almost sure that she beats it again. I have got it right on every occasion, and I think I'm getting it right again. They are far more happier this time, but that's just the celebration. But I just think she beat it. I hope she has not injured herself because I've not seen her. She's walking off. She thinks that she's out. Where she walking to? She's walking off. She think that she's out or she just cannot continue. But they're going to check. So this is bad news, you know. The return comes in. Direct it. That was a little fuzzy. We haven't seen that clearly. Can't make a decision off that. She's out. Oh, we need to see that again. Did the keeper disturb the stump with her gloves? Let's watch. Let's watch. Comes in, the return comes in, she's out. So Stafanie Taylor is out, run out. Unfortunately, she's out, run out. So Stafanie Taylor is out, run out, unfortunately, for 66. Oh my God. Oh Lord. 169 for 6. She was trying to go through for a quick single. They're gonna check. I think they're checking if the keeper used her gloves to break the stump before the ball. I think for me it is clear. I think she's out, run out. So she's run out. Ever since she hit that 6, she started to struggle, and I think that a fit Taylor would not have been out. It's also so unfortunate. She batted well. She really batted well. You could see the class exhuming from her. So they have not yet made the decision. So Atapatu is walking down towards the umpire. So she's asking what happened. But Taylor's left the playing area as she, but that is not clear. The next angle is much clearer, but I think they are saying that the keeper gloves broke the wicket before the ball hit it. Clearly, Taylor was out of her ground, but they're of the opinion that the keeper broke the stump before the ball hit it. And that image that they're showing is not clear. So Jannillea Glasgow need to go down there to talk to the umpire and said, that's not out. That's what you want to see. This is the image, but then we don't know if the gloves break the stump there. Is the bails off before? No, that's the one that I think that, yeah, it's clear that she's out. So that's the one show that she clearly out. Yeah, I think she's out. Yeah, she's out. But I think, though, in this situation, Jannillea Glasgow should be talking to the umpires and say, that's not out. You know, see the girl breaker. Although it didn't happen, you know, but she'll say it. I saw the cricket go. I said, she broke the stump before the gloves, before the ball hit it, you know. That's how it go. And that's how it go. Now, Claxton is not playing no Banana Brooks. I think Claxton is not playing. Is Hector. You probably have not seen Hector before, but Hector is a ball beater, you know. Serious ball beater. Alleyne, who is also a ball beater. As I said earlier in the broadcast, a year or two ago, probably about 2 years ago, not a year or two ago, I definitely think that Alleyne was very close to Chinelle Henry. I don't think she have lived up to my expectation, but she's capable of getting some runs and get them very quickly to Atapatu balls to Alleyne down the leg side. No signal from the umpire. That came off the body. Alleyne steered her down and said, what happened there? So Alleyne is capable of hitting away some balls, definitely. Atapatu to Alleyne, comes in, bowls to Alleyne, she drives. Down to long on for a single. Score goes up to 170. So those two added 89 valuable runs for the West Indies. 170 now for 6. So 71 needed. 71 needed. 170 for 6. She just didn't have the legs to go through there. Watch Atapatu round the wicket to Glasgow. And Glasgow hit this away towards the mid-wicket. They will get 1. Will they go back for 2? No, they stay on 1. The return comes in. And the Atapatu never picks it up cleanly. for 6. So Alleyne is on 1. She's on strike. Glasgow is on 41. Atapatu comes in, bowls to Alleyne. Deep in his crease, played it back to the bowler. End of over number 40. 171 for 6 at the end of over number 40. Okay, Banana Brooks. You meant Glasgow. Yes, yes. But we the thing about it, once the batting that West Indies has remaining, once these girls bat out the 10 over, and they won't bat out the 10 over. These girls, they are going to end it in like 8 overs if they are there. Yeah, because Glasgow, Alleyne, Hector, Fletcher, they just beat ball, man. They just beat ball. Not necessarily the quality, not necessarily that the quality of Taylor, but they beat ball. Down the leg side, she whips this away, down to backward of square leg. The fielder fumbled. Let's see if they will come back for 2. Yes, good running. Very good running. They came back for 2. Nice to see. 173 now for 6. Glasgow moves up to 43. Would love her to get her first half century for West Indies. Did she get one in England? Or was it a 40 yard? Love her. Love to see, at least get her, 68 needed from 59 deliveries. Yeah, the set batter. Bowls to Glasgow, plays this away down to deep mid wicket. Work for the fielders. They will come back for 2 again, surely. Weak return, they're back for 2, comfortable. 2 more to the score, so they are running very hard. We love to see this, aren't we? We love to see this, It reached a stage in this match where at 80 for 5 and to be now 175 for 6 as West Indian fans, you are proud. You're proud of the rearguard action. It doesn't mean if the team lose, you're not going to be disappointed. You will be disappointed. But you're proud of this moment. You're proud of the rearguard action. Down the leg side, almost yorked herself. The keeper didn't collect. Almost yorked herself. But the keeper didn't collect. If the keeper had collect, she could have been in some trouble there, They fully know that you just don't allow Glasgow to free her arms. So they have been bowling dead straight and full to her. Kavisha bowls to Glasgow. Again, another Yorker. She has to get out to mid-off. They are bowling full and straight to Glasgow. She probably need to pull out the ramp. Does she has the ramp? She see herself as a batswoman. Although she opened the bowling for the West Indies at the Under-19 Cricket World Cup, she now sees herself as a batswoman these days. Kavisha bowls to her and she swings powerfully down towards long on into the boundary for 4. I told you, she's a ball beater. 179 for 4. She moves up to 49. 62 needed now from 55 deliveries. She can give it a good whack. She can give it a good whack, man. She's a ball beater. So too is Alleyne. So too is Hector. Fletcher is more of a deflector and so on, but she still knows what she's doing. So let's watch now. This is going to be very interesting. 179 for 6. 1 to come in 41. Number 41. 62 needed from 5 deliveries. They are carrying down this every moment. Over the wicket, Kavisha bowls to her. She guided to short third man and they go through for a single appeal for run out. Not much conviction this time. Alleyne seemed to have made her ground quite easily. I can't tell you as yet because I don't see, but they did appeal. But there's no celebration from the Sri Lankan fielders, which tells you that should have made her ground. So 179 for 6. It was Glass. So they're waiting on the replay. She steered it to third man. Was it Glasgow that turned back, or was it that they came through for the single? feeling because they're running singles to short fine leg and to short third man. Thank everyone for tuning in. Please hit that thumbs up button. If you're not seeing it, click off the live chat and hit the thumbs up button. Round the wickets come Ranawira, bowls to the right-handed Alleyne, who steered it away down to third man. The fielder dives, stopped it. They go through for another run. One more to the total. 59 now needed from 52 deliveries. This is going down all the time. Good from West Indies. It's a tail of a big heart, sell good. Sell good is gully side. It's a tail of a big heart. So let's watch Ranawira. She comes in, the left arm orthodox spinner, bowls to Glasgow, who played that one from off the stump to the fielder at cover. Short third man, backward point cover, extra cover. There's a long off, there's a long on. Let's watch Wira. 7.3 overs, 2 for 29. She has bowled well, you know. Left arm orthodox spinner around the wicket, bowls to Glasgow, cuts caught behind. She looks to cut the ball and she's out caught behind, says 50 and out for Glasgow. So one wicket follow another. They always say it in cricket. She has been cutting at the ball and they have been bowling full to her. She has not been coming on the front foot. Good knock by Glasgow though. This time the edge found, the keeper held on to the catch. 182 for 7. And we'll get a chance to see Hector. She can hit a long ball. I'm telling you, she's tall, she's big, she's powerful, she's strong, and she can hit this ball a long way. Big, powerful, strong. She's taller than Chinelle Henry. She's bigger than Chinelle Henry. She's strong. Oh, there she is. Look at her. She's big. Ho, 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 ho. Wow. I tell you, she can hit this ball a long way. The bat just look like a piece of stick in her hand. Look at it. She have to hold the bat right at the top of the angle for it to touch the ground. Oh, my Lord. But she can hit a long ball. Hope she gets off today. So Hector at the crease. Shawnisha Hector. She has opened for her regional team in the past. I think she have a strike rate of about 130, 135, which is the highest outside of Matthews, Dottin. So the third wicket, and she hit this first delivery. Where is it? Oh, I never saw it. It goes down to long off. Oh, the first delivery just swung through the line, and it goes down to long off. We'll need the replay to see it if they can pick it up, but she swung through the line. I never saw it. I think it gone for 6. She's off the mark right away. Let's watch Rira. 3 for 30 from 7. It looks to sweep. Did that come off anything? Yes, it came off the batswoman. So 8 overs, 3 for 30. She has bowled well. Ranawira, 183 for 7 West Indies. Hector is on 1. She will take strike. Alleyne is on 2. 8 overs to go. 48 deliveries. 58 runs needed. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. Can West Indies pull this off? It's left to be seen. Alleyne is on 2 new batswomen at the crease. Remind you that Taylor was run out for 66 and Glasgow, she was caught by the wicket keeper off the bowling of Ranawira, who have gotten 3 for 30 from her 8 overs thus far. 11 extras thus far in the West Indies innings. 183 for 7. Proud of the partnership from Taylor and Glasgow. They added 89. Dottin went with the score and 80. At that time, West Indies were 80 for 5. And one thought that this match would have been over by now. At a Patu bowl to Hector, who plays it down to long on for a single. So one more to the total. 184 now for 7. Oh boy, it's just the wicketing hand is a problem. The top order didn't bat well, you know. Matthews made 13. Qiana Joseph made 13. Dottin 14. Chinelle Henry 1. How many Campbell make again? 12? I don't remember. As Hector turned this away down to mid-wicket, the keeper has to move from behind the stump in the vicinity of the umpire. And they go through for a single, one more to the total. 185 for 7 here now, West Indies. 185 for 7. We need to get another 56 from 46. Hector is on strike. Look at her. She's a giant of a lady, strong. Atapatu balls to her and she winds up and hit it hard. Down to long on, the fielder comes around, stopped it, prevented from passing her. One more to the West Indies total, 186 for 7. They have bowled well to the West Indian, and it's going to see now the tactics of the West Indies in the second match. What are they going to do in training? This is the first of 3 matches, because this is where coaching comes in, Clearly, the Sri Lankan came out with a tactics to bowl full to the West Indies batswomen. And by and large, they have executed. We are not getting, our batswomen are not getting the chance to free their arm. And so it is quite full most of the time. So we are not getting under the ball. Because we saw where, I just must tell you that Hector swung one away down to deep back with a square leg for 4. So the score will goes up now to 191 for 7, with one delivery to come in over number 43. So it was full, but she went deep in her crease and swung it away in the gap down forward of square leg, in front of square for 4. In front of square, forward is towards the pitch, in front of square. Atapatu to Hector, and Hector hit this down to long on, no grace, no polish, just forcefully hitting it down to long on with muscles. So the score goes up by 1 to 192 for 7. Hector is an 8 from 5. I told you she was going to have a strike rate of over 100. So 7 overs to get 49, 7-7 49. We just want Hector to stay there. So, yeah, come on, ladies. Yes. So, as I was saying, if you look at the tactics in this match, please remember to check out the link in the video description and check out the Cricket Forum fan club on Patreon. The link is in the video description, or you can go to patreon.com/the Cricket Forum and become a member of our fan club. We'll be streaming a lot of live cricket coming up. So one Rira bowls to Hector, hit it high in the air. It's going to drop short of the fielder coming in, and they go through for a single. She moves up to 9 from 6. West Indies now need 48 to win from 41. 200 will be a psychological boost, said Banana Brooks. Yeah? Yes, this is going to be interesting. Because Alleyne can put bat to ball too, She's a powerful hitter off the ball. Comes in, bowls to Alleyne, down the pitch. She drives, can't beat extra cover. The score remains at 193 for 7. So I was making the point that Sri Lanka clearly decided that we are going to bowl full to the West Indians. There's a nice little gathering right there. And they have decided to bowl full to the West Indians, and we have not been able to get under the ball to hit it for 6 and 4s. And I'm going to want to see West Indies approach in the second match, and this is going to tell me about coaching. Because tomorrow now, you should be in the nets with a clear plan for those balls that are bowling full, as Hector hit this hard. When I say hard, I mean real hard. There was a field at cow corner, and there was a wide long on, and none of them had a chance as it goes into the boundary for 4. She's big, she's powerful, she's strong. There is it. They never had a chance. So 4 more to Hector. She moves up to 13 from 7. Ranarira comes in, bowls to Hector down the leg side. She looks to turn it into the hand side. and the taken on the pad. The keeper moved from behind the stump to mid-wicket field. There is no run. The score remains at 198 for 7. She's powerful, man. She's powerful. I told you when she was coming out. 13 from 8 chase. She's not the finesse. You're not going to get a finesse batsman in her bowls. And she slow delivery. She just slowed it up on her. She slowed it up and knocked her over and got her 4th wicket. She saw it in the air, thought it was short. She was looking to pull. But then because the delivery was so slow, it didn't bounce as much as she expected. It took a long time to reach her because she was deep in her crease, looking to pull. Did it come off her body? But Hector goes, and that's the danger. 198 for 8. She goes for 13 from 9 deliveries, a strike rate of 144. Powerful. It's it's just learning, It's just learning. It's learning. And 4 for 36 from Weera. I think she would be the player of the match. And it's left to be seen. And I must tell you that I tried to get Shane Dietz on the show, but apparently I don't know if his email is blocked or something, but I'm not getting him. And Shane Dietz, why are you hiding from me? You know my email, contact me. You don't hide from me, man. Come and have a talk. Come and have a talk, Shane Dietz. Don't hide. Come and have a talk. Don't hide from me. Come and have a talk. The previous time you were bold enough to come on. Come back again, man. Alleyne drives powerfully back to the bowler. So 2 dot balls in this over. Banana Brooks, you salt up the West Indies by saying 200 would be a psychological barrier. Boots. But it seems like they cannot go over it. Hector got a full toss. That Hector, Alleyne got a full toss and she swung it down to the mid-wicket for a singer. Generally, Hector would put away, Alleyne would put away those balls, man. What happened to her? She need to, But those of you who are watching, you see what I'm saying about Hector. She's big, she's powerful. She opens the bowling and she can hit a long ball. This girl just needs refining, but we don't know. Does she has the attitude? I don't know, but she has some good characteristics. Big, powerful, bowl with some pace, hit a long ball. That's a dream player, It's a dream player, but we have seen so many players who has all the attributes or most of the attributes, because no one never have all the attributes. You have to work. Fletcher swung this down to deep mid-wicket for a singer. So that's the 200 Banana Brooks. So we reached there, Banana Brooks. Yes, Banana Brooks, thank you. We reached there as a psychological boost. So encouraging each and every one to join the Cricket Forum community and Patreon. The link is in the video description, or you can go to patreon.com/The Cricket Forum. Patreon.com/The Cricket Forum. And become a member of the Cricket Forum Members Club. 201 for 8 after 45. So 5 overs remaining. West Indies need 8 runs and over from here. Alleyne can do it. Fletcher can do it. But the thing about it now, we don't want to lose another wicket now because, boy, I'm telling you the truth, I have no faith in Ramharack. So we don't want to lose another wicket right now. I don't have any faith in Ramharack that she can survive 5 deliveries. The good thing about this, we have gotten over 200 runs with Hayley Matthews, Chinelle, Henry, Dottin, all making less than 15. Henry 1 in the case of Dottin and Matthews, 13 and 14 respectively. Powerful shot from Alleyne through the offside down to the boundary for 4. So 4 runs there to Alleyne. She moves up to 10 from 14 deliveries. West Indies 205 for 8. Powerful shot there. you know, don't underestimate Alleyne, you know. I told you that 2 years ago. Thought she was close to Chinelle Henry. So 4 more there to Alleyne. 205 for 8. She moves up to 10. So let's watch. One deliver have been bowled out of the over so far. Realeanna, she has gotten 4 for 40 from her 9.1. She comes in now. Bowl to Alleyne, who looks to use her feet. The bowler Sir coming, then pull it back. So good from Alleyne to be using her feet now. Interesting now. Let's see if she's reading the bowler. I would go deep in my crease now and pray that she dropped it short, because she's not going to want to bowl full because she saw Alleyne use her feet. So go deep in her crease now. She swung this away powerfully down towards backward square leg. Surely they should get 2. The fielder comes around, sends the return in comfortable 2. 2 more to the score. Alleyne goes up to 12. West Indies goes up to 207 for 8. 34 needed from 27 deliveries. 2 wickets in hand. So Alleyne is on 12 from 16. She's seconds. As she comes round the wicket, Realeanna bowls to Alleyne, and she looks to swing, taken on the body as the ball drops in front of her. She looks to slug sweep that one away. Make no contact. 207 for 8. Realeanna. She's going to come in. 4 for 42 from her 9.4 overs. She bowled well. She comes in now, bowl to Alleyne, and Alleyne down the pitch and hit it up and over, down towards long off on the bunks, a singer. She moves up to 13. The score goes up by 1 to 208. 33 needed, 208 for 8. 33 needed from 25 deliveries. Let's watch now as Fletcher, Fletcher. She can hit a long ball, you know. Bowls to Fletcher, and Fletcher is forward, and she edges it down to third man. They go through for a quick single. The return comes in. Any damage done? No, it doesn't look that way. So they're going to check it again. How are they going to check it again? It doesn't look like any damage was done, though. As the return came in. Just checking, just waiting to see. 209 for 8 at the end of the over. 4 overs to go, 32 needed. They got 8 from that one. So 8 runs from that over. End of the spell of Realeanna. 4 for 44 from her 10. She bowled well. 4 for 44 from her 10. She bowled well. End of the spell from her. 4 for 44. So she bowled well. Good spell from her. For morning. So let's watch now as who's going to bowl. Atapatu is going to bowl her 8th over. She comes in now, bowls to Fletcher down the pitch, whipped it away down to long on. A lot of risk in that stroke, wide of the long on. Will they come back for 2? I'm waiting to see. I've not yet seen whether they come back for 2. It looks like they stay on 1, 210 for 8. So 210 for 8. Let's watch Atapatu. She comes in now. She bowls to Alleyne. Down the pitch. She hit it over the top. It's going out towards the long off boundary. It plugged though. Will they come back for 2? The return comes in. She's fouled the stump. Well done. So she came back in and they came back for 2. 2 more to the total. Good work there from Muma. They call her Muma Hafle Fletcher. How is her child doing? I hope her child is doing the best. Really hope her child is doing well. Atapatu to Alleyne off the back foot. She cannot beat extra cover. She was coming down the pitch. And this is where I want to see Alleyne mix it up, because she's coming down the pitch. She needs to go deep in the crease. She needs to go deep in the crease sometime. She hit that powerfully down to long on. Straight to the fielder, one more. So they continue to bowl full and straight to the West Indies batsmen, and we're not getting the leverage. Match number 2 will be very interesting. I want to see the change of tactics. I want to see how West Indies adapt to this full length by them. Down the pitch come Muma. When she saw it drop short, she just worked it away down to deep mid-wicket for a single. 1 more to the total. Just ticking it over here. 214 for 8. 27 needed from 19. Just need to get... We need a 6 here, Alleyne. We need a 6 just to calm the nerves. Atapatu to Alleyne. Down the pitch. Again full. She hit it down towards where? Mid-off. For a moment we never saw it. So it went to mid-off. End of over number 47. 214 for 8. 27 needed from 18. Fletcher will take strike. Wow. Just to calm the nerves. We need just to calm the nerves. Just to calm the nerves a little now. A little nervous. I still believe while Alleyne is there, I have upgraded my membership. Thank you very much, Banana Brooks. Respect, man. I appreciate that very much, Banana Brooks. Keep it coming. Thank you for upgrading your membership. Nice of you. Appreciate you much. And please just become a member of the Cricket Forum Membership Club. The link is in the video description, or you can just type in patreon.com/the Cricket Forum and become a member. We covers all the West Indies matches right here. We do the watch along. You join us on Monday morning. Before that, we will do the preview show on Sunday. We had originally planned to do it on Saturday, but we're gonna wait until Sunday, because on Sunday, by Sunday, we would have the press conference, the pre-match press conference. So we'll have it to integrate it into our preview show on Sunday. Kavisha bowls to Alleyne, swing it down to deep backwards. Fletcher should say on the bounce. Oh, you just need to get that to the left or to the right of her, man. Wow. Yes, but it was on the bounce straight to her. It was a bad delivery from Kavisha. She has both. Thank you very much, Banana Brooks. Kavisha. She comes in now, bowls to Alleyne, wide. She flat batted it down to long off for 1. Well, you know, the singles are important. What we don't want right now is dot balls. But somewhere in this over, we need a boundary. 2 will be better. A 6 would be better. Whether a 6 or a 4, but we need a boundary. Kavisha. Round the wicket. Bowls to Fletcher. Fletcher edge it. Pass the short third man who dived over it. Run ball. Run damn ball. Run damn ball. The keeper gave chase and pull it back, but I think and touch the boundary now. Come back for 3, please. Come back for 3. Are they back for 3? We need to see what the cameraman doing. What the damn cameraman doing. We need to see if they come back for 3. What's happening here? Oh, these cameramen, they are jokers. They think they're, look, I know what happened there, you know. Good work. They need to check it again. Was her knee touching the cushion? They need to check it again. They did run 3. They did run 3. The second 3. Good edge that Fletcher. Big shot that, you know, edge past the keeper. Comes in now, bowls to Alleyne. And Alleyne swings this on in the air. Short of long on the bounce. They take 1 more. 6 from 4. We need a boundary now. A 6 off this delivery, get it down to 15 from 13. But we need a boundary. Kavisha around the wicket. Bowl to Affle Fletcher, who hit this hard. Down towards long off. It bunks away to the fielder, down towards long off. 20 from 13. Can Alleyne clear the boundary? She has the ability. She has the ability. 2-4 win loading, said Stephen Russell. Kavisha comes into Alleyne. Down the pitch, she connects. Oh, she connects well into the gap. Oh, good work. They should come back for 2, though. They are back for the second, surely. Yes, they come back for 2. 18 from 12. 223 for 8. What a effort by the West Indies women. What an effort. What an effort. Imagine, we were 80 for 5 with all the big bats gone. Well, Stafanie Taylor was batting and she arguably, well, some would say the numbers, some would say more than arguably. Well, the numbers clearly demonstrate the very best batswoman in the West Indies team. Maybe in recent times she has been falling off, but her numbers is superior than any other batswoman in the West Indies team. So from a numbers perspective, she's definitely the best batswoman in the West Indies team. So for me to say all of the big guns gone would be unfair to her. So watch, Atapatu comes in now to Fletcher down the pitch. Again full, again squeeze it to mid-off. The return comes in. And I'm saying, and you know, although Jannillea Glasgow got bowled, what Jannillea Glasgow was trying to do was to go deep in his crease to counter these full balls. And I'm not seeing that once from Alleyne. And I want her to, down the pitch, she is high in the air. It's going down towards the mid-wicket boundary. The fielder comes around, picked up. The return comes in, and they are back for 2. Oh, they get only 1? What happened there? What happened there, Fletcher? Well, you can understand. She's closer to 40 than 35. And Fletcher hit this over the top. It goes down towards long off for another singer. Need a boundary. They're preventing the boundaries, and that. Need a 6 here, man. Need a 6. Need a 6. Come on. Need a 6. Need a 6, girls. Need a 6. Somewhere along the line, we need a 6. Atapatu comes in to Alleyne. And she went deep in the crease this time just to adjust. But again, she didn't get the room. Maybe need a ramp. 14 from 8. Fletcher, come forward and try to scoop it over the ball, the keeper head. She comes down again. Oh, same thing, down to long on. Atapatu is just bowling full, and we're just not, she's not missing it because she's bowling very slow. She's taking a few steps in and just bowling very, very slow. 13 from 7, and need a 6 somewhere along the line, man. The Sri Lankan have bowled well. Alleyne hit this down to big wicket again, straight to the field as she's not finding the gaps. 129 for 8, 12 off the last 6. 12 off the last 6. Come on, Alleyne. Super over anyone. This is nervous. This is absolutely nervous. Oh, yes, man, she's crafty. She's crafty. 129 for 8, Banana Brooks. Oh, yeah. 12 needed from 6. So there is a short third man, a backward point. Then there's a third man on the boundary. There's a extra cover. There's a mid-off. The fielder seems to be going down to at the edge of the circle. Is she going right back? Yes. There's a long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square leg, and a short fine leg. So the 4 in the circle, as Kavisha bows the first, she's dropped. And they will go through for a single. Will they come back for 2? No. So let me tell you the field. The 4 in the circle is the short fine leg, the short third man, a cover point, an extra cover. Those are the 4 in the circle. Then you have a long off, a long on, deep mid-wicket, backward square leg, and a backward point on the boundary. A swing and a miss by Fletcher. That was quick from Avisha. It was quick. There was no tossing up that one. It was quick outside the half stump. 11 needed from 4, 10 to tie. A 6 and a 4 needed, Affley. Give us a 6. Kavisha bowls to Affley Fletcher. High in the air. The keeper wants it. The keeper took the catch. 230 for 8. Good match. Disappointed, yes. Very disappointed, but proud of the fight. Yes, I'm proud of the fight, but I'm very disappointed with the results. I will never be happy when West Indies lose. I would never be happy. And as I said, it's going to be very, very important. You're saying that they lose. I'm telling you, I have no faith in Ramharack to get a 6 and a 4. She would need to get a singer, and Alleyne would need to hit a 6 and a 4, so we can still win this. Yeah. And really and truly, man, Matthews, Chinelle Henry, Qiana Joseph, Shemaine Campbelle, Deandra Dottin, them dash for the match, you know. Them dash for the match. Sure, man. So Ramharack will need to get a singer, and Alleyne need to hit the next ball for 6 and a 4. So if I'm the bowler now, my first thing is that may I run out Alleyne, you know. First thing, if I'm the bowler, I'm thinking, may I run her out? That's what I'm thinking. If she backs up too far, I'm running her out. 11 from 3. 11 from 3. If she backs up too far, I'm running her out. The keeper need. So let's watch. She's out stump. She's out stump. She tripped and out stump. And so West Indies have lost. You know, as I saw Alleyne chipped and out stump there. Not Alleyne, Ramharack. Forgive me. I remember playing a match, you know, man. And I said to Shackelford, the 5th ball of the delivery, the leg spinner come in and bowl 1. And bowl and me knocks it off down to deep cover for a single. So 1 delivery left in the over. And I said to Shackelford, just block a ball here. We need about 12 to win. I'm going to try and take out the bowler, the half spinner from the next ending of this over. So just block a ball here. Shackelford chip to the leg spinner, man. And months me not talk to him for, man. Months. And I'm very disappointed. Well, as I said, I don't have any faith in Ramharack to survive 2 deliveries. She's the best half spinner in the world, but when it comes to batting, I don't think she can survive 2 deliveries. But thank you all for tuning in. It was a pleasure being here with you. So tomorrow I'll be streaming a live cricket match. So join the Cricket Forum Members Club, because that match will be for the members. Schoolboy cricket, Clarendon College versus Mayday High School. So I'll be streaming that match live tomorrow. And you have members of the Cricket Forum community will be able to watch that match on patreon.com. So join me then tomorrow for that match on patreon.com. Take care of yourself, please. Take care of your loved ones. It was a pleasure being here with you as always. Have a good one now.